Hello my fellas. Did you miss me? Me too my fella, me too actually. Let's cut the cheesy stuff and let's move on. Last time we were live, our comrades told us about some animals that were in danger of extinction. You remember, isn't it? But now that only I am, now it will be my turn to talk to you about my own subject, which would be about one of my favorite countries. Which is the beautiful Australia, the country where kangaroos live and peace abounds everywhere. So with nothing else to add, let's start with the topic we're dealing with. How I miss the Capcom vs SNK2 transition. Let's begin. Australia is a country surrounded by the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Its main cities are Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth and Adelaide. They are coastal. Its capital is Canberra, located inland. The country is known for the Sydney Opera House, the Great Barrier Reef and a vast wilderness area known as Outback. At this point it is more than evident that all the attention of this country is taken directly by the kangaroos. And it is not so much, since the kangaroo is one of the unique creatures of this country, next to the platypus. In addition to the fact that the kangaroos know how to box makes it even more representative, and has been parodied even in shows. It is one of the safest countries in the world, ranking the 10th and 6th safest country in the world. It is located near Indonesia, East Timor and Papua New Guinea to the north, the Solomon Islands. Australia is the 6th largest country in the world with an area of 7,741,220 km2. The population of the country according to the estimate for 2020 is more than 25 million inhabitants, concentrated mainly in the large coastal cities, but it is true that some cities are deserted, to the extent that it is quite normal that you run into your little brother playing in the other room while both play a multiplayer video game.
What? Are you kidding me, Simon? My roommate is playing online. What? I literally live with AC Addict and he's playing online. I can hear him laughing in the other room. No. No. Are you kidding me? What is this? Why? Why?
Oh yeah.
Can you at least come see it with me?
Yeah, sure.
The typical Australian dish par excellence is meatloaf. Other common dishes in the diet of Australians are cooked with meats from exotic animals such as crocodile, kangaroo or buffalo. Yes, they also eat kangaroos. What do you expect? Also important are the crustaceans known as mud crabs and the prawns yabbies. Australia has several of the most beautiful museums in my opinion. Among them we can find the Australian War Memorial, one of the most interesting war museums. The Museum and Art Gallery of the Northern Territory, very different from the more established museums of the southern capitals. And the beautiful Sovereign Hill, one of the largest open-air museums in the world and worth a visit. Although obviously this country has many more, but these are the most remarkable. Australia is a really isolated country and away from everything, which may make many people think it is a strange place, although at least culturally, it is not far from what Westerners consider familiar. Therefore, it is not surprising that there are so many similarities between the architecture and urbanism of Australia, Northern Europe and North America. More particularly, as expected, Australia has much in common with other former British colonies, such as the United States, Canada, South Africa and, of course, the very source of all this influence, the United Kingdom itself. Needless to say, apart from the continent of Oceania, it is also part of an international union, composed of former British colonies, the Commonwealth, British Commonwealth of Nations. And that was it for me. It's been a pleasure to be back here explaining Naomi to you again in this study. But unfortunately nothing is forever. I hope someday to give these reports again and make them have a good time. Ciao.